DBin is a personal application which enables what we call semantic web communities. A semantic web community is any group of people who want to share and acquire knowledge about a specific topic. When starting, DBin finds and installs what we call the brainlets. Brainlets are domain-specific user interfaces and settings which are created to assist the specific needs of different semantic web communities. DBin has now started. As this is the first time this installation is run, DBin needs some setup information. To automatically publish content like text and data, DBin uses a data publishing account. Instructions are given on how to create a data publishing account or how to install a data publishing service. DBin both applies and checks for digital signatures on any piece of information that is exchanged in a semantic web community. So at this point, DBin provides a wizard to create our public and private key. In this case, instead of creating a new identity, I'm reloading an existing identity. Using the data publishing service, DBin automatically uploads my public key to the web so that other DBin installation can verify the information that I will insert. The initial setup is now complete. On the left part of the screen I can now see a list of servers and for each server a list of groups. These groups have topics, much like news groups, and by selecting a group we can start a knowledge exchange agent which will automatically exchange information with other participants in the group. When an agent is started in a knowledge exchange group, DBin switches to the most appropriate brainlet to handle the incoming and outgoing data. So here it is. This is our famous demo brainlet called Beer to Beer, and it is based around one of the earliest ontologies in the semantic web, which deals with beer, in fact. Brainlets are composed by many view parts which are connected together logically and show different aspects of knowledge and a different way to browse information inside this domain. In this specific brainlet, the main navigator is an ontology tree which shows both classes and instances. Therefore, both types of beers and specific instances of those types, such as beer names. As there is currently a knowledge exchange agent running, you will notice that during this demo new information keeps appearing, and this is reflected real-time by the interface. Like this beer just arrived, Stella Artois, along with the 3 advanced annotations. By clicking on this beer, I can see these 3 advanced annotations. Advanced annotations are things like comments, reviews, images, and things that basically are not expressed by a single RDF triple, to be technical. Anything in this group can be annotated, both beer types and beer instances. I now add an advanced annotation. By using the domain ontology, DBin understands which kind of annotation apply and make sense on the specific object we want to annotate. Both viewing and editing masks, like this one, are created automatically from the ontology. The annotation has now been inserted and has been digitally signed with my digital signature. I can now see it in the advanced annotation view. Or, but this is way more geeky, I can look at low level and see what RDF triple DBin has inserted. These are the RDF triples which surround the concept Stella Artois. Looking through the triples which compose the semantic knowledge about this beer, I finally find the beer review, which is the one I just inserted. And what I'm showing now is the digital signature. Basically, the annotation was inserted with a web link pointing at my public key plus the digital signature value. Digital signatures are fundamental for DBin to provide filtering facilities. There are many additional ways by which information in DBin can be edited, browsed, and searched. For example, the pre-cooked queries are a way for end user to enjoy the power of semantic web querying in a very natural form. The query creation is assisted by both the local data and the ontologies. But this is only one of the brainlets that I have installed in this DBin. Switching to other brainlets which show interface and data belonging to other domains. In this case, this brainlet deals with the semantic web research, showing people, publications, conferences, and preloaded with quite some data. In this case, I've selected an author and I can see and browse relevant information, such as, for example, the authored papers, which can then be browsed and annotated, possibly together with colleagues and other people in the group. To end this demo, I'm going to show the pub brainlet, which is interesting to show the support that DBin has for geotagging. I have only toy data here. In this example, we have defined two pubs. Since the ontology says that a pub is a geographical place, geographical metadata can be both viewed and edited using the Google Map-based or Google Earth-based geographical DBin components. As one of the pubs has been geotagged already, just by clicking on it, its location is shown in the map. In this case, only the name is shown in the balloon, but it would be possible to configure both the viewer and the brainlet to show other relevant information as needed. Geotagging geographical object is as easy as selecting, locating on the map, and then mark the position. The result is an RDF annotation, which is digitally signed and inserted into my DBin and potentially into the peer-to-peer network. But the greatest thing about DBin and about the semantic web in general is that information should be useful outside the context in which it was originally created, and this is what we're going to show now. I annotate a pub and I say that it serves a certain beer. And since the ontology matches the concept of beer, then DBin sees that it knows many beers already, and I get a pre-compiled list from which I can choose. I now show a pre-cooked query in action, which is a cross-domain query, which deals with locating a pub which serves a given beer. I have two results here based on the serve beer annotations. The results can be exported to what we call the semantic clipboard. To conclude this demo, a short list of features that were not shown here. One doesn't have to be a Java programmer or a semantic web geek to create brainlets. Brainlets can in fact be created by domain experts directly using just XML tools and ontology tools if needed. So DBin is basically ready to be applied in domains such as music and media, articles, news, personal organizing, project management, law enforcement, civil protection, and territory-based applications like wildlife preservation and even UFO sightings. Given that DBin is a client-side application, it can interact with local information such as email, files, and so on. The result is that DBin can be used to create a shared semantic desktop, for example, to annotate together with your co-workers, projects, deadlines, and anything really. DBin is open source and free software. Visit our website for more information. DBin is multi-platform. There are versions immediately available for Windows, Linux, and Mac. DBin is based on the Eclipse-rich client platform, so writing all sort of plugins and extensions is possible and fairly documented. Thank you very much for your interest.